Hey yo, this is another video, so let's go. Okay, this video is about Queen Afua's detox that they're having for 21 days in Atlanta, Georgia, right after the spring equinox, starting on the 30th of March, and the equinox is like the 20th of March through the 22nd. So I watched the video, her interview on the Breakfast Club, and when I did, the ancestors told me to watch the one from Erykah Badu and watch the one with Queen Afua, because they said you gotta get this information out before that time passes. So I'm gonna put this out before March even hits. So I'm probably gonna put these videos. I was gonna do them all in one video, but I'm glad I didn't, because this video needed just as much time or just as much attention as the other video I did about Erykah Badu. I haven't put it out yet. I'm gonna put it out soon. Okay. So this video is about the detox Queen Afua is talking about on the Breakfast Club. I'm gonna remember to put the link for the interview in the description box too. Also. So the reason why I'm saying not to go, I mean, because it's all right. Number one, it's in Atlanta. All right. The reason why it's in Atlanta, because they know a lot of people from a lot of different areas or different parts of the country, they come to Atlanta, and this place is a spiritual place. It's not what people think it is. You know what I'm saying? You really supposed to be like what you're going through is something is like a quickening or something. Cause I've lived there before, and a lot of spiritual things can happen there. But if you don't have the right mindset for certain things, you can get pulled into certain things. So I'm gonna get into the information about the detox. So I watched the whole interview. Okay, so a lot of the detox she was talking about with past traumas or people's sicknesses or people's the emotional baggage or physical damage to their bodies, or just to feel better, from the detox. So a lot of these things, you can look up certain things online and get these actual these fruits or vegetables or herbs yourself and do them yourself. But it was something when I was just watching it. Just the ancestors told me. When ancestors told me to do something, I do it. I don't ask no questions. I just do it. And it's always a reason behind everything. So they said it's a short interview, but they just said pay attention. It's something you're gonna see that is gonna really stand out. I'm like, all right. So I'm just watching. I'm like, a lot of stuff, I'm just looking through it, listen to wordplay, listening to wording. It's not about what people can tell you. It's about what they tell you too, but it's about how they say it, because it can go right over your head. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, like in battle rap, they say it's over the head. Or like anybody listening to rap, it's somebody with a slick punchline. If you're not in the know or paying attention, that bar will go right over your head. So let me get to what I'm talking about. So in the video, she was talking about it's going to be like a 21-day detox. Of course that's 3 weeks. I'm looking at the date she said it, and the date and the days leading, or the 21 days, and that really caught me. I was like, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So she is gonna be held for 3 weeks here in the city of Atlanta. So with that, I was like, okay, I'm just writing things down. But I'm figuring like it's gonna be a lot of people that's already into that type. You're gonna see a lot of people dressing up with the head wraps or whatever they're wearing or whatever. And then you're gonna have a lot of new people that's not involved with a lot of things and want to ask a lot of different questions. That's good, because it's a lot of things that are happening, and a lot of people need spiritual nourishment, but they're looking for those herbs to help them, or those certain vegetables or fruits or whatever they're going to be serving. They have cooks there and all of that. She was talking about during the interview. So I was listening, and something caught my attention. And they were the ancestors was right. And I was like, if I wasn't paying attention, I was sitting there listening, and I was like, okay, where is it, and it hit me. Hold on. I took notes. I was watching the interview myself, and I took some notes. Hold on. Okay, this is she called this is going to be the Detox of the Century. Century, huh? Okay, now watch. Now listen, the Detox of the Century. All right. So, Queen Afua, of course, she has a son. His name is Supa Nova Slom. He was in gang. He was like, I think he's a blood, if I'm not mistaken. And then he went over to the military to join. I heard about this years ago when I was into like the Saturn conscious community thing. I left that alone years ago. You have to go on your own journey. When you do, a lot of things will be revealed to you. Because when you're like in a setting or a group, you can't get everything you need because you're on somebody else's time. Like you in a church, the preacher he reads maybe like 5 to 10 verses in the church service. Then he's screaming at you the rest of the time, working on your emotion. When you're working on your emotion, then you ready to empty out your pockets. Oh, I want to pay for my way to heaven, So let me keep it going. All right. So alrighty. So now pay attention. I had to pay attention. I'm like, I almost missed it. Okay. So all right. It's gonna be from March the 30th. And then she didn't say when it ended, okay, you got to use your mind, your math. So it's going to be a 21 day. So 30. So I looked at the calendar. It goes to March the 31st. Then, so 21 days, it'll end on what? April 20th. 420, right? April 20th is Adolf Hitler's birthday. Now, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing for highly melanated people, so-called black people. As you see my skin, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no hater from no other race that don't look like us. I'm keeping it real. So now I have videos talking about how not to smoke on 420. Now I had to slow down because before I watched the Queen Afua video, I watched the Erykah Badu interview on the Breakfast Club. That was like a day or two after the Queen Afua's interview. So I have a video I'm about to put out about how Erykah Badu, she used those three rappers, and those three rappers could have sped up the information or sped up our spirituality with the music. But when you have family or children, your family as part of the ego, because you don't want to lose them, because the family, that's only the physical. When you lose them, they go on to another place. So when you want to hold on to them, you holding on to part of the ego. So if they like in the music industry, or if you don't do this, we'll kill your family, we'll sacrifice them or whatever. So if Andre 3000, the D.O.C, or Electronica, they're not finna come out with no music because they said, hey, they want to keep their family around. They want to keep their family around, but you're not doing the work the ancestors want you to do. Now you're getting in the way of something bigger than you because you're using your ego. You're like, oh, these people ain't gonna get it. The only way to change it is through the music. You got to think about that's the way to change it, because everybody don't read, everybody don't, but a lot of people listen to music. So let me keep it going. Okay, that was part of the video I just recorded. I'm gonna put that out probably around the same time I put this video out, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So, okay, let's start right here. The detox. She said, let's in a video, in an interview, she said, I figured we should have a green day. Now in an Erykah Badu interview, she did a partnership with Berner. Berner, he has the cookies brand, the cannabis brand, like the smoking, the marijuana. So she decided to do a partnership with Berner. So she said, I said, I called Erykah. This is what Queen of Food says. I called Erykah. She's been knowing Erykah since the 90s. Okay, so let's keep it going. So she said, I called Erykah and said, hey, you think we should have a green day? So you got in my mind, like, she never said anything about marijuana, cannabis, weed, or nothing. But the whole detox is about cleaning out the blood system, cleaning out, getting breathing, and eating certain foods to to help you your thinking, or your health, or your certain things with your physical body, right? So like they're gonna be eating. In my mind, I'm like, am I slipping? I'm like, what does she mean, like green? Like I know she probably mean marijuana or weed or cannabis. So like, cause they eating greens the whole time during the detox. So I'm like, wait a minute. So I rewinded the video and listened to it again. She didn't say anything about cannabis, marijuana, or weed. She said we should have a green day. So that's marijuana. So of course you can do what you want, but on that day I have a video saying highly melanated people, so-called black people, that's one of the most important days, because that day Adolf Hitler was born, and also Cortez came from Spain to Mexico. I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. So as you can see, the 21 days, it'd be March the 30th to March the 31st. So that'd be 21 days. It'll end up on April 20th. He said, I think we should have a green day. So that marijuana or that weed on 420, that's gonna do what? Block that energy from coming, or that Heru or the hero energy. So that's the Christos energy. You have that already in you, but that way, because they know a lot of highly melanated people, or so-called black people, come to where? To Atlanta. That's why they're doing it here. Okay, I'm gonna keep it going. All right, so that's Adolf Hitler's birthday. But Adolf, it's not a bad thing. Adolf Hitler, he used all of our symbols. The reason why he used all of our highly melanated people, so-called black people symbols. You have the swastika. You got the swastika is 490-degree angles, 360 degrees, which makes what? A sun, the whirling sun. Then when you see the Nazi salute, if you ever study Nordic mythology, the symbology for that salute is the saluting of the sun. But the sun behind the sun is the star Sirius. That's where all highly melanated people are from. And Sirius is connected to Saturn. Okay, so that means they're blocking your spiritual home. They're blocking you from your spiritual home. Okay, now I've done this by reading and knowing this from years past. So that's Adolf Hitler's birthday. So you have, and then also the falcon that holds the circle around the swastika. The falcon is like the same thing as the hawk. So the hawk. So you put the falcon and the hawk together, like in Atlanta, what that makes what? A phoenix. How can your soul rise and get rid of the ash, and the body turns to ashes, and your soul can't rise to a higher level if you blocking that energy? Okay, so the day Cortez. So Cortez is looked at as Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl in Mexico, he was like the plumbed serpent, the feathered serpent, right? That's like another word for a phoenix. So if you look at it, that was looked at as and I did more reading. That's like Tahuti, Thoth, or Hermes. So when Cortez came from Spain, It was back in their old mythology. That's why I always say read mythology. Is extremely important because that's our the ancestors, our ancestors that wrote, our highly melanated people, so-called black people, wrote every mythology out there. Cause all the mythology that I read, they say ancient people wrote this, wrote that. Ancient people. We're the only ancient people down here, but we the only ones that have amnesia. We don't remember everything. We just remembering everything started to speed up for us, so we start to remember now. So, but anyway, I'm gonna keep going. So in the mythology, they said Quetzalcoatl. They said the people in Mexico, they tricked Quetzalcoatl, and he went to the east. And they say one day he'll come back from the east. Well, Cortez is from Spain, and all the Olmec people. Olmec is OLMEC. You see all the people with the stone faces. You see all around the Gulf of Mexico. I cannot right now. My mind is everywhere. I can't really think of those cities along that coast of the Gulf of Mexico. It's like with the Olmecs, they'll leave their stone heads all around there. I cannot think of the name of those cities. I'm gonna keep going. I don't want to lose my train of thought. So Cortez, so the Olmec people, the so-called like the black people, they left Mexico. They knew what was coming, and so when Cortez got there, all he saw was the people that was like the white Mexicans. There's like how the dark-skinned Mexicans, like that look like us, so-called black people, and then the white Mexicans that are left. They've migrated from Mexico up into the Americas. You can see them in every city, every state in America. Trust me, I know. Trust me. So Cortez came to Mexico from Spain. Spain is where? In the Eastern Hemisphere, and where? In Europe. That's where the Moors went up there and gave a lot of information up in that area, in the Spain area. So they had a lot of children, and the children out there with the Spaniards out there, and that's how they was able to learn how to speak certain languages. So the Mexicans really don't originally speak Spanish. They only speak Spanish because Cortez made when you under colonial or a new law, you speak what your master tell you to speak. So that's why they speak Spanish. They didn't originally speak Spanish. They only speak Spanish because Cortez taught them. But you got to think about it. The Moors taught the Spaniards from Spain Spanish in order for it's a cycle. Everything happens for a reason. The people that are left here for a reason. Let's keep going. So the people that I'm gonna explain a little bit more. The people that are left here, they say I'm saying it now. It was already that was a rapture. Like they say like 500,000 people like died in the COVID thing worldwide. That was like a rapture. We're the people left behind. So the people that left behind, they're here to do a work, and there's gonna be more people dying soon. I'm just keeping it real. It's been over 500,000 deaths already around worldwide already. So the longer you're gonna start seeing more people get sick, it'll be like different. Everything gonna start picking up because the people that gonna be left gonna be getting even stronger. So let's keep it going. So that's why you have in these different cities, you have Mexicans in different cities taking jobs from other people that are already there, because they can give them that, because they know if these people can't, if highly melanated people, so-called black people, can't take care of themselves, what's gonna happen? They get homeless and they end up dying. They use their bodies for organs, and they turn them into melatonin. So they use their organs for different uses too also. So if you got you a job, hold on to it and just keep it moving. Just keep it paced, keep the pace going. You're here for a reason. So let me keep it going. So Cortez, which is Quetzalcoatl, you can look that up online, you'll see what I'm talking about. Cortez came to Mexico from Spain. Quetzalcoatl said he would return from the east. That's why when they saw Cortez get there, what day did he arrive on the coast? What day did he arrive on the coast of Mexico? Oh, I remember now. La Venta. La Venta is where the Olmecs are from. La Venta is another place too, also, but it was mainly around the coast. So the main food they ate was called rockfish. It's some good fish. Trust me, it's good. I had some. ROCKFISH, rockfish. So that's the main food they ate because they lived off of the coast. Okay. What else? Okay. So when he said he'll come from the east. And what day did he get to Mexico? On 4/20. I'm not lying. I saw this I've seen this before in 2 different books. I don't have those books, of course, available, but you can also look it up online. You know, so so look up. I think his name is Hernandez Cortez, and Cortez actually made them speak Spanish, or put them in like a bondage or whatever. Killed a lot of people, but the black people, most of the so-called black people, highly melanated people, left the area before he came because they knew something was coming before they left. And so that's why a lot of Mexicans don't like a lot of blacks, because they feel like we left them behind, and so that's why they pushing a lot of Mexicans up north from Mexico. That's why I've seen somewhere online that most of the Mexican cities are like empty, because they pushing them all up here, because they using it to get rid of the energy, the highly melanated people's energy in America, in North America, from South America. So reason why when I say that, if you watching this video, I'm just keeping it real with you. My ancestors told me to warn y'all before that even happens. So that's, you got, like, it's not even March. It's not March yet. What is it? It's like, actually it is March now. So it's early March, and it starts March the 30th, April the 20th. So like I said, though that day I'm gonna try to remember to put the link. I have a video talking about not to smoke marijuana on 4/20 because it blocks that energy we supposed to have, the Christos energy, or like they say, the Christ energy, or El Christo Negro. That means the Black Christ. So everybody is their own Christ. You don't have to go follow nobody or making somebody your leader. But remember that, because if they have you feeling like you got to follow somebody, all they got to do is put like this person was touching children, or he was funneling or money or something like that. Then they got to put him in jail. Now you stuck looking crazy because you was following somebody. They supposedly got all the information. You supposed to be the one trying to save your own soul, because remember, these preachers getting paid off. Now you gonna be still looking crazy, like all these people in these certain groups waiting for a leader when you were your own leader. So in closing, I'm gonna say this: if I was y'all, I wouldn't even go. But you can go online and write all these things down yourself and buy these things like at a Whole Foods or whatever, or go to like a farmer's market and get this information and start doing it yourself. So they're involved with the government. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Erykah Badu, Queen Afua, and Supa Nova Slom. I'm gonna keep it real, because Supa Nova Slom was in he went from the I think he was in the Bloods, then he went to the military for a year or two or so, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said in the previous video, like some videos before, the gangs have been taken over by the government. And so with the same thing with Erykah, what she did with Andre 3000, the D.O.C, and Electronica, and then there's a lot of different things going on with it. And Queen Afua, that's Supa Nova Slom's mother. So I'm just gonna keep it like this. If you go, it's on you. If you see this video, remember, it's gonna end on 4/20. She said I want to have a green day, and that green day is to smoke marijuana. All right, so I'm just gonna keep it like that. So if you do, you blocking your own energy, and the ancestors are gonna be mad at you behind that, and because they know what kind of work they're doing to stop the energy, because you blocking your ancestors from coming through. But you can't stop everything. There's always a way for the ancestors to get through. All right. It's the end of this video. Kill God, because God doesn't love highly melanated people. I know it because I done seen it in books, and I done looked at it, and I've been going through it. I don't just, I just read it and just leave it alone. No, I can see it myself every day. I can see it and I know what's going on. So kill God. God doesn't love highly melanated people. Nigga, keep it real with yourself.